Welcome to the Margi 2021 Prelims Booster Initiative. Your time starts now. Okay, time is over. The correct answer is Qatar. So as you know, Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries founded in Baghdad, Iraq by signing an agreement in September 1960. Five countries signed that agreement, also known as the founder members, who are Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and Venezuela. Current members of the OPEC are Algeria, Angola, Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Libya, Nigeria, the Republic of Congo, Saudi Arabia, who is also considered as the de facto leader but not official, the United Arab Emirates, and Venezuela. Former OPEC members are Ecuador, Indonesia, and Qatar. So Qatar has left the membership in 2019. The objective is to coordinate and unify petroleum policies among member countries in order to secure a fair and stable prices for petroleum producers. There is also another phenomenon which is OPEC plus. So it's a loosely affiliated entity which consists of 13 OPEC members and 10 of the world's major non-OPEC oil exporting nations. It includes in it Azerbaijan, Bahrain, Brunei, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, Mexico, Oman, Russia, South Sudan, and Sudan. Another important fact is Venezuela has the largest oil reserves of any country in the world. Okay, next question. Your time starts now. Okay, time is over. What is the correct answer? The correct answer here is D. Why? So look at the first statement. It says that Abraham Accord is between Israel, United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, and United States, which is not exactly true. The accord is mediated by USA. USA is not a complete part of it. So that is why the first statement is wrong. It is also the first Arab-Israeli peace deal in 26 years. So there were only two peace deals between Israel and Arab states in more than a quarter of century. Egypt was the first Arab state to sign a peace deal with Israel in 1979. After that, Jordan signed a peace deal in 1994. So even the second statement, which says that Jordan was the first Arab state to sign the pact, is also wrong. As per the agreements, what is the agreement? UAE and Bahrain will establish embassies and exchange ambassadors. They will work together with Israel in various sectors such as tourism, trade, healthcare, and security. Another interesting fact is that Abraham Accords will open the door for Muslims around the world to visit historic sites in Israel and to peacefully pray at Al Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem, which is the third holiest site in Islam. Going to the next question. Your time starts now. Okay, time is over. What is the correct answer? The correct answer is D, none. Basically, the definitions of both these terms have been interchanged in these two statements. So, what is wolf warrior diplomacy? It describes an aggressive style of diplomacy that has been adopted by Chinese diplomats in the 21st century under the Xi Jinping's administration. The term is coined by a Rambo style Chinese action film Wolf Warrior 2. It contrasts with the prior Chinese diplomatic practice, which was known as Tao Guang Yanggui, literally meaning keeping a low profile by Deng Xiaoping. It emphasized the avoidance of controversy and the use of cooperative rhetoric. But now that has changed to a different kind of diplomacy, which is wolf warrior diplomacy. The cat warrior diplomacy is something which the Taiwan is practicing. Is seen as focusing on soft power aspects of Taiwan's advanced economy, democracy, and respect for human rights, as well as using Chinese aggression to highlight the difference between their two political systems. So these two terminologies have been in news: the wolf warrior diplomacy and cat warrior diplomacy. Okay, moving to the next question. Your time starts now. Okay, time is over. Did you answer? The correct answer is A, World Customs Organization. So, Authorized Economic Operators Program, the Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs recently inaugurated the online filing of authorized economic operators. What is the program? It is under the aegis of World Customs Organization's safe framework of standards to secure and facilitate global trade. It basically aims to enhance international supply chain security and facilitate movement of legitimate goods. So it is a voluntary compliance program. So it is not a compulsory program. In June 2005, the World Customs Organization Council adopted the framework of standard to secure and facilitate global trade, also known as SAFE framework, that would act as a deterrent to international terrorism, to secure revenue collections, and to promote trade facilitation worldwide. Okay. Moving on to the next question. Your time starts now. Okay. What did you answer? The correct answer is C. So this has been in news. The honorary consul generals. So industrialist N.S. Srinivasa Murthy, based in Bangalore, have been appointed as honorary consular general of Vietnam, but not for India, but only for Karnataka state. So that is a fact. Another important aspect of honorary consular general is that they are not career diplomats. They are usually citizens of the host country where they live, work, and pay taxes. and they are designated by a foreign government. So that is an important aspect. They are designated by a foreign government to look after the affairs of its own citizens in the host country. So basically, Vietnam has appointed the N.S. Srinivasa Murthy as a honorary consul general for Karnataka. So basically, Vietnamese citizens in the Karnataka, they will be basically N.S. Srinivasa Murthy will be responsible for them in a way. So another important aspect is he is the first honorary consul general of Vietnam from India and 19th across the world. Another fact is Ministry of External Affairs approval is essential before the formal appointment. Even if they are not career diplomats, still the approval is essential. So the third statement becomes wrong. Only the second statement is correct. Okay. So comment how many did you get correct. If you like this initiative, please share it with your friends. Thank you.